Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the man who twice escaped from Mexican prisons, will now spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Outside high security as she, the mother of their twin daughters, left looking down.
After conviction, Chapo was sent here for life, the airtight Supermax prison in Colorado.
The headlines are buzzing with the SOS message from El Chapo to Mexico's president, a plea that has sparked intense speculation about the motivations behind it. What led the infamous drug lord to seek repatriation on humanitarian grounds? Is it the way he was treated in prison? Today we will explore how the drug lord El Chapo is treated in prison. Let's dive deeper. Arrival at Supermax. Let's take a look into the gripping story of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the notorious drug lord who once seemed to outwit the Mexican authorities with his audacious prison escapes. Fast forward, and El Chapo finds himself confined within the impenetrable walls of the Administrative Maximum U.S. Penitentiary, commonly known as ADX, nestled in the heart of Florence, Colorado. This facility, often referred to as the Alcatraz of the Rockies, stands as a symbol of unyielding security, designed to contain and control some of the most infamous and dangerous criminals in the history of the United States. ADX is not your average penitentiary. It's a fortress designed to eliminate any possibility of escape. The facility's reputation for being escape-proof is backed by a history of no successful breakouts. The very architecture of ADX is a testament to its impenetrability, standing as a formidable barrier against even the most resourceful and cunning individuals, like El Chapo. As El Chapo steps into the confines of ADX, he joins a rogues gallery of the most notorious criminals in the United States. From domestic terrorists to high-profile drug lords, ADX houses a unique blend of individuals, each with their own dark tales and infamous legacies. It's a stark reminder of the immense challenges faced by prison authorities in maintaining order and preventing any form of communication between these high-security detainees. Conditions at Supermax. Now let's turn our attention to the environment within Supermax, the high-security prison where El Chapo is currently housed. Supermax has become synonymous with extreme security measures, earning a formidable reputation as not just a correctional facility, but, some argue, an incubator for mental illness. The harsh conditions within its walls have sparked widespread criticism, shedding light on the challenging circumstances that inmates, including El Chapo, must endure. Imagine spending 23 hours a day in a confined space, a small, reinforced concrete cell that becomes both your sanctuary and your prison. This is the reality for inmates at Supermax. The stringent security measures, while aimed at preventing escapes and ensuring the safety of both inmates and staff, have also been a subject of intense scrutiny. Supermax's conditions have faced criticism for their potential impact on mental health. Inmates, isolated from the outside world, experience a profound sense of solitude that can lead to severe psychological consequences. The monotony, lack of human interaction, and the confined space have raised concerns about the well-being of those incarcerated within its walls. Dr. Terry Coopers, a psychiatrist specializing in long-term solitary confinement, has emphasized the federal government's concerns about El Chapo's potential communication related to drug smuggling. This concern has resulted in extreme isolation for the notorious drug lord. The long-term effects of such isolation on mental health have been a subject of ongoing debate among experts and advocates. Even former Supermax warden Robert Hood has expressed strong reservations about the prison's conditions, describing it as not built for humanity. His perspective sheds light on the challenging and isolating nature of daily life at Supermax, where inmates are subjected to an existence that he believes is worse than death. This is not built for humanity. I think that being there day by day, it's worse than death, he said. The prison's conditions have not gone unnoticed by the legal system. A 2012 class action lawsuit against the U.S. Bureau of Prisons highlighted instances of diagnosed insanity and worsening mental health conditions among Supermax inmates. While this lawsuit has led to some reforms related to inmates' mental health, it remains pending, indicating an ongoing struggle to address the challenges within the confines of Supermax. El Chapo's potential attempt to escape. Now, let's explore the intriguing possibility of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman attempting yet another escape, even within the supposedly escape-proof confines of Supermax. Despite the facility's formidable reputation, experts, including former Supermax warden Robert Hood, speculate on the likelihood of El Chapo testing the limits of the prison's security measures. El Chapo, known for his previous daring escapes from high-security prisons, has a history of defying the odds. The extreme isolation imposed upon him at Supermax is expected to be a stern test of his resilience. As he adapts to the stringent conditions and navigates the challenges of confinement, the question arises, will the notorious drug lord attempt to defy the reputation of the prison itself? Despite Supermax's track record of no successful escapes, Hood believes there is no doubt that El Chapo, driven by his history, might attempt to test the system. This anticipation raises intriguing questions about the lengths to which inmates may go to regain their freedom. El Chapo's potential escape attempts may be viewed as a manifestation of a survival instinct, honed over years of evading authorities. In the quest for freedom, individuals like him might resort to testing the security measures in place, seeking any potential vulnerabilities that could be exploited. The prolonged isolation faced by inmates at Supermax, spending the majority of their days alone, can have unpredictable effects on mental resilience. While some may succumb to despair, others may channel their isolation into strategic planning. El Chapo's reaction to this extreme isolation remains a subject of intrigue, as experts attempt to anticipate the psychological toll it may take. Supermax, recognized for its rigorous security protocols and impenetrable architecture, may seem like an insurmountable fortress. However, the prospect of El Chapo attempting to escape underscores the ongoing challenges faced by prison authorities in maintaining the security of such high-profile inmates. Legal battle and request for freedom. Now let's delve into the unexpected legal twist in El Chapo's story. Recently, the notorious drug lord filed a court request from Supermax, aiming to have his life sentence vacated. This surprising development has sparked widespread interest and speculation. Today, we'll break down this legal maneuver as legal experts analyze the petition and shed light on the significant hurdles El Chapo faces in attempting to overturn his life sentence by proving constitutional rights violations. El Chapo's decision to file the court request personally, rather than through his legal representation, adds a layer of intrigue to this already complex narrative. This unusual move raises questions about the motivations behind his choice and the potential strategies at play in seeking to alter the course of his life sentence. Legal experts have eagerly stepped into the fray, closely examining the intricacies of El Chapo's petition. The document, aimed at having his life sentence vacated, is subject to rigorous analysis, with experts dissecting the grounds on which such a request could be entertained within the legal framework. El Chapo's plea to return to Mexico. Now here's the news. The notorious drug lord has sent an urgent SOS message to Mexico's president, appealing to return and complete his sentence on humanitarian grounds. This unexpected plea has added a new layer of complexity to the already intricate legal and geopolitical landscape surrounding El Chapo's case. El Chapo's plea for return on humanitarian grounds raises questions about the conditions he is facing in the U.S. prison system, particularly within the high-security confines of Supermax. Reports suggest that the drug lord is expressing dissatisfaction with the harsh conditions, including isolation and a lack of sunlight, leading him to seek repatriation to Mexico. The plea for repatriation based on humanitarian grounds introduces a human rights dimension to El Chapo's case. The Mexican authorities are now faced with the delicate task of balancing the rights of the convicted drug lord against the concerns raised regarding his treatment in U.S. custody. Despite the plea for return, El Chapo's legal battles persist. The intricacies of his court request to vacate his life sentence, coupled with the humanitarian appeal, create a multifaceted legal narrative that continues to captivate global attention. Legal analysts are closely monitoring how these parallel developments will shape the overall trajectory of the case. As El Chapo faces the extreme isolation of Supermax, the world watches to see how he copes with the challenges and whether his legal battles will yield any changes to his situation. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates on this intriguing story. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video if you found it informative. Until next time, stay curious.